Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Juby Bucket. Hey, Booski. What's going on? Thank you. I hope all is well with you. We got some trending topics to get into, you guys. Hashtag free Wendy. The ball is rolling. Hey, Miss Kaiser. Good morning. Grand rising to you all. Make sure y'all thumbs up in this video as y'all loading up into the room. Can we kick Elon Musk out of this country? Is that possible? He's annoying. Yes, and you took the thoughts right out of my brain, Juby Buggin. So I go on vacation next week. So when I come back, girl, it's on. And I think when the weather break, we'll link up more. It's just like in the winter, I just be a lot local. Must gotta go. Thank you. Thumbs up this video, y'all. I'm just waiting for some notifications to go out. I got up feeling real pink today. Yeah, I'm singing. I got up feeling real pink. Did y'all see that interview with Naziah Harris' brother, the latest one? I wish they stopped interviewing him. He's just grieving, like, and I think he's trying to use the interviews as outlets, but they need to leave him alone. They need to leave him alone. And lady, this will be a good time for you to step up and be a mom for real. Go get your son. Like, you was not there for Naziah or him. Now's the time to right your wrongs. Go get your son. Stop him from interviewing. But then again, he probably don't even respect her. Because she wasn't there. Yeah, Shannon needs to go to jail, child, and Annette. At the very least, charge him with perjury on the stand or neglect. At the very least. That whole family is sick. Just like Krishan family. The whole family's sick. That's why she all effed up in the head. Or whatever. So I'm not gonna review Naziah Harris's brother's interview because at this point we need to just wait for the trial, and that's when we'll get the real facts. And that's what I'm waiting on. Okay. Shout out to Ratchet TV. He did an interview with Kiwana, and I forget the other cousin name, but they are the only family members that were trying to fight to get those children out of the home once they got wind to what was going on in their household and the fact that they were letting a pedo have a ball up in their household. Like, chill. What is wrong with these people? So yeah, I just really feel like a lot more people need to be locked up besides Jarvis. And I just feel like Naziah's brother, he's feeling regret for not being there to protect his sister, but it was not his responsibility. He was a minor himself. And that interview was like, oh, when did you leave home? And he's like, I ran away he said, I left a couple of times. No, you ran away. Hey, D. Smith, you ran away. If you're a minor and someone has custody of you, you can't just leave the home. Like, Annette need to be locked up for that. Like, you sitting up here collecting a check and let him run the streets. Like, the streets of Detroit are dangerous. None of them kids are protected. I think all them children need to be removed from that home. That home. So no, I will not be reviewing that interview because I just really feel like it's very I feel like they exploiting the situation at this point. Thank you. Yeah, my berries. Thank you. Hey, Miss Know It All. Hey, D Smith. Hey, Handsy B. Good morning. I love all of you. Please thumbs up the video. Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement, where I bring you the latest and trending topics and I vlog my life. Please support the channel. The free ways to support the channel is thumbs up in this video, sharing this live out. Okay. And also, if you're not subscribed, what's wrong with you? Subscribe, okay? Because we get lit over here or whatever. And also, donations are definitely appreciated. But I appreciate all of you always coming up, rolling up, and supporting me. That does not fall on deaf ears. Like, I would not be here if it wasn't for my naughty crows supporting me. Yes. Yes, these are vinyls. They are latex free. Yeah, because the latex will irritate it. But my hands, if you look, they starting to get better. So the treatment has been working. The treatment has been working. So we're going to get into Wendy Williams. The ball is rolling to free her from her conservatorship. Also, I want to get into Marlon Wayans and Soulja Boy beefing back and forth. They like Soulja Boy need to go have several seats and get off them DRUGS's fast. You need rehab, sir. Yes, yes. I mean, and he started out by trying to drag Blueface, but I kind of took that like that's just like Kanye going down trying to save Kodak Black. Like y'all both need treatment. Like that's the blind leading the blind. Ooh, I don't think she'll do that though. Let me tell you something about Wendy's son. He has nepo baby syndrome, and Wendy spoiled him because that was her only baby, right? Naturally so. And I believe, like, once he got access to the money, he kind of went local. But I also believe Kevin Senior, Kevin, whatever you want to call him this day, is the catalyst behind it. Because he was going broke and he was mad that those alimony payments stopped because he thought he was going to still live off of Wendy money. Okay? But Wendy was smart because the conditions of the alimony was as long as she was working for the show, he would collect alimony checks. So Wendy said she quit. She said, I quit because I ain't taking care of that side, baby. That woman done garnered enough off of my hard-earned money. You done bought her houses, cars, started businesses, failed businesses at that for her. Like, I believe Wendy was like, the world came crashing down on her. I believe she got really extremely depressed or whatever, and she started drowning herself with alcohol. I mean, she was dealing with a lot. She went through a divorce. Her son went off to college. He was an empty nester. And then on top of that, her mom passed away, right? And then she had her health issues, you know? And so I think Wendy was like, the hell with everybody. Everybody got fend for themselves. So that's why Kevin Jr. got evicted. That's what you get for stealing from your mama. So those are his consequences, okay? But I think Wendy was covering for him this whole time. You know, that's her only child, and I don't believe she'll put him in prison or in jail. I believe the other people that was involved with him, she would. I believe she will put them in prison. But I have a strong feeling that Kelvin Sr. was behind him trying to withdraw all that money. She was coming for him, but you know what? I think the fact that she acknowledged that it was him, that's where we are today. And I think that's what got the wheels turning. So let's get into it. That's the first story I want to get into. Here we go. So Harvey, who did the last documentary, which I thought was very effective, and you know Harvey, he knows the law. He used to be a lawyer and things like that. He's from TMZ or whatever. He came out and made an announcement this morning because I loved how he set up his interview compared to the others. he got to the nitty gritty. He got the actual documents, the legal documents, found out that her guardian was benefiting financially off of Wendy. Okay. And also, I liked how he ended it. He ended it with Wendy giving her thoughts on the trending topics. She gave her thoughts on J-Ho. Okay. She was like, J-Ho is not this is not the girl that sat on my purple couch. She changed. Okay. And he got her thoughts on Diddy. And she said Diddy done. She been consistent with that. All right. Who else he asked her about? Oh, Donald Trump. Okay, and Wendy Williams had the pleasure of meeting Donald Trump and stuff like that. So I felt like it spoke to where her mindset is today, and I believe as long as Wendy stays sober, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Okay. But I just think she just went through a hard time. I mean, I had times in my life when I was going through depression and stuff like that, and I was drowning my feelings in alcohol. I can admit it. You know what I mean? But I was able to gather myself. I was able to snatch myself. And see, Wendy was alone. I had children at that point in time. I miss all that tea, right? All right, so let's get into what Harvey said. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear it, okay? Ooh.
Just hours after our TMZ documentary dropped on Tubi about Wendy Williams, the wheels are now in motion to end her guardianship. We found out that Wendy has just signed an affidavit formally asking the judge to terminate the guardianship. She says, and these are the words in this affidavit, we're told, that she has regained her capacity to function normally. It's true, a couple of years ago, she did not have that capacity. But anybody who watches this documentary, I think it's going to be clear that has all changed. She seems like the old Wendy right now. Now, we are also told that next Tuesday, she will be reevaluated by a doctor. And it's a doctor selected not by the guardian, but by her personal lawyer, who is now working with her to end the guardianship. Wendy says in this affidavit, she is clear. She says she does not have frontotemporal dementia. Now, that's how she had been diagnosed previously. But as we say in this documentary, frontotemporal dementia never gets better. People only get worse. If you watched her in the Lifetime documentary, she was here. Now she's here. It's very clear listening to her, watching her in the documentary. How can she get better if you never get better with that diagnosis? A lot of people, including Wendy, believe she was misdiagnosed. Now, there will be an emergency order to show cause filed a week from today, Wednesday, asking the judge formally to end this guardianship. If the judge says no, we're told Wendy's lawyer will then demand a jury trial, which you can get in New York, where jurors will decide, does Wendy now have the capacity to live as a free woman? That is a big deal. A lot has changed in just hours after this documentary dropped. But this is something that has been a long time in coming for Wendy. I will say personally, I've spoken with her for hours on end, and Wendy Williams is back to being the Wendy Williams we all knew.
Period. So shout out to Harvey for that update. And you know, Harvey got a lot of connections, so I'm sure he made phone calls to get the wheels rolling. And I said yesterday, at the very least, she deserves a reevaluation, right? She deserves to be around her family and friends. She should not have to ask permission to go see her dad. She should not have to ask permission to go see her dad at all, or her family. Okay? But I think her taking accountability is going to help her. Like, my son, you know, he took advantage. I think that's going to work in her favor. And the fact that she stood up for this whole interview shows that she's in a healthier place. She's in a healthier mindset and things like that. And I love that Rosanna Scotto, because I love her. She's New York, New Jersey, all day, or whatever. I love that she got up there and championed her on the TMZ documentary, and I believe the TMZ documentary was the most effective. I really do. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all watched the documentary. Period. Handy. She shouldn't have to get permission to leave the damn floor. Like. Right, Miss Kaiser. She better watch out for that Kelvin. He mean her no good, okay? Let me see. Yup, I believe she had alcohol-induced aphasia. But Harvey also had a doctor speak on the documentary, and she said a lot of times aphasia is misdiagnosed, especially when you're dealing with alcohol addiction or whatever. A lot of those symptoms mirror the aphasia. So she kind of spoke to like it was a misdiagnosis here. Like, but as long as she stopped drinking, people do regain their abilities or whatever. So yeah, I thought his documentary was very, very thorough. I'll give him that. I don't like the Diddy stuff they doing, but I feel like this documentary was effective and thorough. So I appreciate hashtag free Wendy, the queen, the GOAT of this here that motivated me outside of Tasha K and the Jovi Beauties and the Couture Bays and the 82s and the gray hair divas and Logic Curves. Okay, they inspired me to be here with you today. Yes, aphasia is reversible if treated in time, and she was. Period. Right, and she has come a long way from drifting in the New York streets, inebriated. You know what I mean? And now I feel like she has a lot to live for. She has motivation to live. I mean, she was depressed. Like, she had a lot of life changes that happened back to back to back for her. And I'm just hope all of it, by all of us speaking out about this, it just goes to show, pay attention to your loved ones, Naughty Crew. Embrace your loved ones. Be in touch. Hey, Makeup Diva. Be in touch. So Harvey has updated us from TMZ. The wheels are rolling. Wendy has officially signed a affidavit asking the guardian to formally release her from the guardianship. And let me tell you something. Her guardian has caught a lot of heat. She's got a lot of reason to let her go. Yeah, she got to stay away from the alcohol. She really, really do. Thank you, Makeup Diva. Makeup Diva said she works. She said, I work in protective services, and I had to do training and all on APS and older adults. And she said Wendy is not incapacitated. I agree. I just think she went through a rough patch in her life, and she started drowning her sorrows and her feels in the bottle, like most people do. Okay, instead of going to therapy and things like that. But maybe she wasn't ready. Maybe she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready, and I'm glad she finally admitted that her son overstepped his boundaries and was misusing her money. I know she was trying to cover for him this whole time. That's her only child, guys. That's her only child, and Kevin is a nepo baby. He's spoiled. Wendy spoiled him rotten. He was used to a certain standard of life. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Bring the goat back. Bring Wendy. I want to see Wendy. I want to see her well. And my hopes are that we get a podcast or something, because Wendy, we need your thoughts. We need your tea back. We need Wendy's tea. I miss Wendy. I do. I miss her so much. And I'm telling you, she used to be a part of my mornings. You know, working from home and things like that. I used to always catch Wendy. I wanted to hear her thoughts on the trending topics. Yes, Wendy 2025, baby. 2025. And another thing that I thought the documentary brought out, that Harvey said, like, the judge made the ruling because Wendy, she constantly said, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. But if you look at all her old shows, she always said that was her staple, like that staple Jersey girl stuff. Okay, if you know, you know. Hey, Durags. Yes, Miss Know It All, Wendy, the OG auntie with the tea. So look, let's pray that everything works out in her favor. Okay, let's pray. And with this getting so much attention, a lot of people, like the conservative shit being exposed and things like that, I believe a lot of people are gonna back up. Like, just let her go. Just let her go. It is what it is. Yes. She had everybody in the chokehold. Wendy was the GOAT. Okay. And let's not forget, she was the first one to let us know about the diddler. That was back in the 90s, Shell. She was the first one to let us know about the diddler and the undercover lifestyle that goes on in the industry. Mm-hmm. And Diddy got her fired, and she ain't skip a beat. She went right over to Philly and got a job and was doing the damn thing. Okay, like same thing happened to Monifa. Y'all know the singer Monifa. She said when she was on R&B Divas, because I always wonder what happened to her. But she made a song because she said she started noticing, because Monifa, she's out the closet. She happy to be gay, you know what I'm saying? Like, no judgment or whatever. But she said she used to be in the clubs, the underground clubs in the city, and she started noticing that a lot of the men that were portraying to be straight in the industry were in them clubs, hugged up with other men, okay? So she made a song about it. That's why she got blackballed. Fun fact for today. That's why she got blackballed. And I love me some Monifa. It's been too long, feeling so sure. I'm with you. Come back home. It's been a while. Ain't seen it. I don't know all the words. Hey, be more shorty. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So the wheels of justice are rolling in Wendy's favor right now. Let's hope the judge sees what we see. Okay. Wish you all the best, Auntie Wendy, the GOAT of this year. Okay. All right, let's get into Marlon Wayans versus Soulja Boy. Or Soulja Girl. That cracks me up. Okay. Soulja Boy been trolling. He started trolling Blueface. We talked about that yesterday, and I said, you got some nerve. Talk about somebody else. Boot their hole. Okay. Let's talk about yours. Didn't the influencer come out and say that he slept with you, Soulja Girl? How you doing, Soulja Girl? How you doing? But the more you troll, the more of a fool you look. Okay? William the Greatest, thank you, Be More Shorty, came out and said y'all had a whole tisk. Okay? Soulja, was you top or bottom? That's all I want to know. Did you say bend over, bitch? Or did you do the bending? And I also find it suspect when another man is concerned about another man. Booty hole. William the Baddest. Yes, D. Smith. Okay, let's get into this little feud that's going on, okay? Let me cue it up for y'all. Because they just been going in. They just been going in. Okay.
Too good. I wouldn't even feel right with no skirt on. I would have shot movie set up.
He's talking about Marlon Wayans. Shout out to the neighborhood talks. Why it cut off? Consequences to come behind this shit.
Them painted your legs white, your face white. Them you titty and ain't shit you can say to me. It ain't nothing. What the fuck you talking about? You talking to a nigga that pop went #1 on the billboards. I ain't never had to dress up like no white to get no bag, no clout, no clarity, no nothing. I did what I wanted to do. Fuck you talking about. All I had to do was dance and rap. You ain't never seen me dress up like a in my life. You never dress up like a white. Ain't nothing you can pay me. There ain't nothing you can give me. I get it out the mud. What the? What the? You done lost touch. You done lost touch with reality, partner. You dressed up like a hoe. You's a deep down in your heart and your soul. Them painted your legs white, your face. As a matter of fact, now I really got some to say. You, nigga, you try to talk about me because you think I perform for the president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a whole white on my mom with blonde wig, blonde hair. They probably put a pussy on you. They probably tucked your dick for that move. On my mom, they probably tucked your dick for that move. They painted you white. And you got something to say about me because you think I perform for the president. I ain't even perform for that. I performed at a crypto event where y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. Compare them to getting a whole big bag to perform at a crypto event or dress up like a white. Which one you gonna do? The man you dress up like a from head to toe. As a matter of fact, now I really got some to say.
All right, as you can see, this is your brain on drugs, Knotty Crew. He need to put the drugs down. He need to put the drugs down. Why you care so much? He made White Chicks is one of my favorite movies. I love white. I could watch White Chicks anytime. What you mad about his bag for? What you mad about his bag for? He was just trying to collab with you, but you so ignorant. You can't even see the greatness. The Wayans family created generational wealth for their family. Marlon don't gotta work another day in his life. He don't want to. That was Soulja Boy talking. That was Soulja Boy trying to come at. Soulja Boy goes off on Marlon Wayans after being called AC. Wait, I don't know what that means. During the X exchange, I ain't never had to dress up like. Child. Look, he's not relevant anymore, so he gonna do anything to be relevant. And being that Blueface is locked up, he trying to get all of his clout. That's what's going on here. So Marlon goes in on Twitter. Marlon goes in on Twitter. Marlon said, I respect how Soulja Boy retired after them 2 songs. Smiling in my head. So sad, JoJo. Like, you know Marlon is a comedian. Okay? Like, he gonna go in. So then Marlon he said, hey, Soulja Boy, you a grown man and still use the word boy in your name. That's what they were calling you at that event, huh? Talk about the Donald Trump event. Hey there, boy. Can you do the dance for me? I'll throw you a mean coin. Fuck out of here, Slappy. Alright?
You, nigga, you try to talk about me because you think I perform for the
Look.
president. Meanwhile, nigga, you dressed up like a whole white.
Alright, so
Oh, my
Marlon
mom.
reposted.
Meanwhile.
Oh, no.
That's Marlon Wayans.
You got some to say.
Marlon is going to drag
Nigga,
him.
you try to talk.
You ain't learned from DJ Vlad. Marlon about to drag his ass, okay? He said, hey, Soulja Boy, in the immortal words of at Nas, a real legend in hip-hop, you been on my D, you love my style. And so then he revealed the text messages. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can pause it. Remember when he got his phone stolen? Chill. Oh, it won't stop, okay? So then Marlon goes on. He said, this Soulja Boy crackhead begging to be in my movie. This shit light work, man. Look. And he post, don't be a menacing. I love how he dragging his ass. He's like, can I suck your pee? Can I suck your pee? Yep, that's Soulja Boy. Boom. And then where he go? I love it. I love it. Marlon, you got my vote. You win this battle, boy. He said, I'm sorry. As Soulja Boy said, what now? Looking like you give up anything for some man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Son his ass, yo. Show him who you is. Show him who you is, Marlon. They whole family, remember the whole family in Living Color, they shut down the Super Bowl halftime show? Mm-hmm. You better watch who you talking to. You need to respect your elders, Soulja girl. How you doing? He said, hey, Soulja Boy, my child had top surgery and still has more chest than you. You know, his child is a transgender. And he is Marlon has been loud and proud about that, okay? He got the bird chest going on. Hey, well, wait. It don't stop there, Knotty Crew. He said, if Soulja Boy had a career, he could get canceled for this type of slander. Luckily, he ain't been relevant since 2007. Drag that ass. Mic drop, okay? So then he posted this. Okay. Let me read it to y'all. Oh my God. I needed this laugh this morning on the crew. Thumbs up this video. Yeah. Yeah, they go look up the Wayans in Living Color and Super Bowl. Google that. Or I'll do it in a second. He said, so he posted, Soulja Boy was basically shaming the LGBTQ plus, like, shouldn't he be canceled? He said that I don't even know what he meant to say, ish, run in the family. Oh, that agate, derogatory, cancel now. That agate, run in the family, huh? At Marlon Wayans. No wonder you like dressing up as an itch. It's in your blood. No, it's in your blood, Soulja Boy. And anybody who's homophobic like you, usually has challenges with their sexuality. That's what it gives. Okay? You can't accept that you did that. You bend over. Okay? And so then Marlon posted his TMZ article saying Marlon Wayans praised by LGBTQ leaders for supporting transgender child. It don't stop there. It don't stop there. He continues to drag, and he deserves it. He got on his teeth. Let's get into it. He said, hey, Soulja Boy, had that pookie mouth from New Jack City. That crack. Keep calling him and calling him and calling. It be calling me and calling. Remember in New Jack City, Pookie was like, it be calling me, man. It be calling me, man. He said, tell me, at Soulja Boy didn't smoke crack. Look at that hot burns on his lips. Like burnt cat, Tokyo Tony. And them teeth look like they slaying. I'll suck your... He said them teeth look like they say, I'll suck your... Y'all see it for yourself. Y'all see it for yourself. Right. Yes, James. Yes. Thank you. James is my little fact checker, okay? James said, yeah, I remember in 1992, halftime show in Living Color had over 20 million views. Like, they beat the halftime show in views. Never rag on a comedian. He went in. And I said, Marlon, keep dragging out. He deserved it. Tired of his crooked ass. I'm tired of him. Ain't you a whole woman beater? Yes. Didn't you have a lawsuit? Yes. For violating a woman? Yes. If you tell me that's more itch ass nigga shit than Marlon putting on a dress and making a movie that's still making him money to this day, you sound dumb. You sound dumb. You sound just like Kanye. Kanye, Soulja Boy, Kodak Black. Lock them all in a room together. They all degenerates. I'm sorry. They all got habits that they need to go address. Yeah, Nia Riley, she went on Tasha K and talked about how he put a blicky, if you know, you know, pulled a blicky on her. And he was knocking her between the washer and dryer. And her stepfather, Teddy Riley, had to get him together, if you know what I mean. Marlon got jokes for days. He messed with the wrong one. He messed with the wrong one. He messed with the wrong one. But I'm glad Marlon is dragging him. These young folks need to have respect for their elders. The people that paved the way. The people that created generational wealth. That's her stepfather. But, you know, he treated her like his own. He treated her like that's his own child. No, that's her stepfather. It's not her biological father. But he knuckled Soulja Boy up like that was his biological child, okay? And as he should. Keep your hands off my daughter. Keep your hands off my daughter. All right, you guys. So remember the other day we was talking about the halftime show, and I told you the one thing that bothered me was Kendrick and them bell bottoms. All right. Okay, so it was some symbolism behind it. But I don't care what the symbol was. I still ain't like them pants on him. I'm just not used to seeing men these days wearing bell bottoms, but we got somebody that broke it down, okay? Here we go.
Bottom jeans at the Super Bowl. Everybody's in a bunch about it. Did you like them? Did you not?
No.
Well, let me tell you the message behind the bell bottoms. As I stated in my last post, and they are cussing me out, especially over on IG, they are so mad at us because they did not understand the message. But like I said, this was not a Super Bowl show. This was a message to the people. And those of us that got it, we got it. So, like the entire show, Kendrick was paying homage to the ancestors, and he left us a coded message. And it was at that very moment that our memory and our cell DNA that the ancestors left us with, it woke up because, baby, we decoded that message. But a lot of you have not realized what the bell-bottom genes are. So I'm going to speak in code here because I don't want to give everything away because we need to learn how to gatekeep some things. So those of you that know, you'll know what I'm talking about. What's the first thing we do when we're venerating our ancestors? What do we use? What do we walk around our house with when we're trying to invite the ancestors in? What is something we walk over our altars with and we like to use when we're connecting with the ancestors? That was his private little coded way of letting us know that he was ringing the alarm to the ancestors. So if you did not understand Kendrick Lamar's show, I will remind you that was not a halftime show. That was a coded message the way our ancestors used to talk to us, with the cornrows, the patterns of the cornrows in their hair, the patterns that they made the blankets with, patchwork blankets, letting us know message, because we know that many of our ancestors could not read and write. So we learned a way to speak in code. And just like now today, we have Ebonics. And without even being taught, we know what the words mean in every sector of this country. We got Chicago's Ebonics, New York's Ebonics, Florida's Ebonics, Atlanta's Ebonics. But yet we somehow know what we all mean when we talk. So Kendrick Lamar's genes, they were homage to that little tool we use when we are connecting with the ancestors. You're welcome. Mother out.
I still don't like the pants. I still don't like the pants, but thank you. Oh, really? They apologized to Lil Wayne? Yes, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood when Teddy showed up. Yes, Kendrick Lamar was on his Huey P. Newton. Yes! Hey, Twitch went heavy. Yes, I still don't like pants. I don't care. Message received, but look, I'm looking forward to the Carter 6 album. Because the last one was good. I liked it. But they said Lil Wayne is not good at performing. So maybe he'll get that together. So the Super Bowl is every year. Okay? So hopefully they'll get that together. All right. You know, a story I've been wanting to cover. I want to get to that the 90 Day Fiancé Palestinian woman from New York. That shit is hilarious. I think I'm gonna just do that on the weekend because I want to do an open panel on it. Chunky. Y'all bugging. Y'all are bugging. Y'all seen that the heavyset girl that went on Breakfast Club talking about some cause she was rejected by an Uber driver. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Cause I'm like, girl, if you want to go sit down. And my thing is, if you're comfortable with who you are, great. But don't expect the world to change for you. Do you know where we live, child? Shit. So she was rejected. And she's supposed to be a rapper or something. But she was rejected by an Uber driver. And she went viral, okay? I'm just like, girl, go sit down. And she came up in the Breakfast Club like, y'all need to have bigger chairs. Like, nobody's gonna accommodate everybody that is big. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but like that's just not the way the world is built, right? And it's just like, congratulations, you comfortable in your skin, great, okay? But the entitlement of it all, to have these expectations that People should accommodate you. I was just like, girl. See, Lizzo used to be speaking the same way, and guess what Lizzo ultimately had to do? She started losing weight. Because I don't care what nobody say. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. And so just like you be like, oh, people should accommodate and have bigger chairs. It's on the neighborhood talk. Bigger chairs and stuff like that. Like, girl, bye. Here we go.
Hi, how are you?
Stormy. How you doing?
Hey, Ken. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, Kings.
Yeah. It's the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
A bigger chair or something.
You see already little. So
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is the accommodation.
there you go. You know, you walked in and you said the chair was too small, so we had to bring the part of the sectional for you to sit in. And you said something. You said, "Now this is what I'm talking about: accommodations, right?"
Yes.
But we live in a world that's not always going to be able to accommodate people.
Period.
that are
But we
plus
should
size.
though. We should because we not all the same. You know.
Mhm.
I feel like we should. Like why not? I feel like I feel like a lot of times people think that bigger people, obese, the F word people should just be in a house. When it's like
The
we
F
not.
word?
Yeah.
You good?
good morning.
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Hi,
How are you?
Stormy.
How you doing? Hey, Ken. How you, brother? You good?
Yeah, the F word. I'm not
The
about
word that
to.
you can't say in your house,
Yeah.
fat.
You don't like it?
Oh.
I'm not saying that word.
Yeah, we don't use that word in my
Okay,
house
okay.
either.
I thought you were talking about the gay slur. I'm like, wait, I'm confused.
No.
No.
But I just feel like it should be accommodated. Bigger people should be accommodated, just like we accommodate the LGBT community. All those other communities. I just feel like we outside. If we inside is get up. Why you in a house? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. When we outside, it's like, why you not in a house?
Well, people
Why
would
you
say,
out here?
okay, Joe.
Who actually told you that? Because, that's crazy. I don't believe that, F people should stay in the house. I mean,
that's how it is. We go outside and people looking at us crazy, like, we getting stared at for what? Because we big. Yeah, the F word. I'm not
The
about
word that you can't say in your house,
Yeah.
fat.
you don't like it?
Oh.
I'm not saying that word.
Yeah, we don't use
that
that word in my house
okay.
either.
I thought you were talking about the gay slur. I'm like, wait, I'm confused.
No.
No.
But I just feel like it's
Lyft driver denied me service. BC of my size.
what you saying?
Yeah, I got no space in my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do with my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a different car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car? So I gotta order another lift.
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired.
What I got?
Lyft driver denied me service. BC of my size. Small.
I can fit in this.
All right. Now, do y'all think the Lyft driver was wrong? Right. You needed a Uber XL. accommodate, right? I just think she sound a little delulu. And you know what? If he felt like he didn't want her in her car, that's his choice, right? I just really feel like nobody's telling y'all to stay inside, right? And people are going to stare, right? Because it's out of the ordinary. It's not normal to see people that size. But I just really feel like the same way when Lizzo was doing this same mess, you're promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. Yeah, be comfortable with who you are, but at the end of the day, are you really healthy? Like, you was losing your breath walking to the table at the Breakfast Club. And then you like, y'all need to accommodate. Honey, we live in America. They only people they accommodate is the rich and the clears, okay? Like, you live in the wrong country. Go to Africa. They embrace that type of stuff. That's all I gotta say about it. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Okay? Like, and you're a rapper, and you spent the whole time talking about fat shaming and your weight. We know nothing about your music. You better learn from Big Pun, child. He didn't last long in the industry because of his obesity. Obesity is not okay. It's not okay, and I'm not going to sit over here and act like it is. You should be healthy, period. And some people are bigger boned, right? And a healthy weight is different for a smaller person's healthy weight. Stop being Delulu. Stop being Delulu. Fat Joe even lost weight. Like, I'm sorry. I live in reality, and being that obese is not healthy. It's not. That's why there is the 600-pound life. She need to go to Dr. Now. Yeah, because even Dr. Now, he don't be coddling these motherfuckers. He be like, you ain't lose weight because you was eating. Who you think you fooling? Go play with your mama. Don't play with me. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this call. Y'all know I'm multitasking. Those my favorite type of calls. Yeah, it's not healthy. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it is healthy. You need to go to Dr. Now because he's going to keep it real with you and hold you accountable. I love Dr. Now. He do not be playing with them people. He be like, so, how come you didn't lose weight? I ate everything. I only ate salad. He said, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Because if you only ate salad, you would have met your goal. I love Dr. Now. Be more shorty. Yes, hit that like button. Nah, but for real, she needs to lose weight and find new clothes, period. Trying to force us to embrace all of that. You got a big bone. Look, to each his own or whatever. People are attracted to who they are attracted to. But at a certain point, it becomes unhealthy. That's why you have reality shows like My 600-Pound Life. Period. They had to bring the couch for her. Exactly, do-rags. No chairs with it. And guess what, honey? If you decide to fly, none of them chairs. You're going to have to buy 2 chairs. As Sheila from Why Did I Get Married? Mm-hmm. Right. She has to help us all. And if we coddle this behavior, right, she will not have any motivation to lose the weight. All right, let's get into I want to get into this story. Shout out to the Shade Room. One of her children died from hypothermia. Let me see. Mom, who lost 2 kids to freezing temperatures, says she tried to get help from the homeless center. This is crazy. Hold on. I want y'all to hear the news report. Here we go.
Hospital, her 2-year-old daughter was also found unresponsive. Both were later pronounced dead from what appears to be hypothermia.
She didn't even get to live her life. She didn't get to do nothing. She lost her life because I had to sleep in the car.
In a press conference, the mayor and city leaders confirmed that Tatiana did call the city's homeless response team back in November, but nothing ever came of it.
At least as far as we've been able to determine so far, the family never called back again for service. And as far as we've been able to tell, our homeless staff never proactively reached out to say, what happened with your situation? Was it resolved?
Mayor Duggan is now calling for a review of the city's homeless services, while Tatiana is now in a shelter and her kids are with relatives.
It took my 2 kids to die for y'all to help me. It just don't work like that.
After a friend helped take him to the hospital, her 2-year-old daughter was also found unresponsive.
This is Detroit again. Something ain't clean in the water in Detroit. Do y'all feel like this mom was negligent? Like, she probably ain't had no gas. Like, you couldn't go stay with nobody. Like,
Who made me a mother? I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tatiana Williams with an even tougher battle ahead. She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there so bad. I tell them I'm sorry, but I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me.
1 a.m. on Monday morning, they parked at the Hollywood Greektown Casino parking garage in below freezing temps. Overnight, the car ran out of gas, and the next day, her 9-year-old son was not breathing.
I tried to give him CPR, and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Petty, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I lost the one who made me a mother.
look, let me tell you something. There was a lot more options. In certain situations, as a parent, you got to know when to throw in the towel. She should have gave those babies to the foster care system, and which I know that's putting them in danger, but at least they would have been warm. Like I saw someone in the comments, she could have called 911. They would have gave her a cell for the night or something. Like, you mean to tell me your only choice, because Detroit gets cold. Detroit gets cold. Why didn't they go into this casino, right? Yo, I just feel like there was so many more options. And I feel like, in my opinion, she doing all this crying out loud so she won't get locked up. Her kids, all her kids need to be taken from her. All her kids. Now, people are speaking out in regards to this. Detroit, what's going on, Detroit?
And look at how the world is judging her.
The cousin of the mother who took her 5 children and their grandmother to the 9th parking lot level of the Hollywood Casino early Monday morning. And when the gas ran out of their car, so did the heat. And 2 of her kids, a 9-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl, froze to death.
She asked for help. She asked the right people. She was scared of what the world would think of her, so she did privately the right thing. She asked the city, and what they do, they told her they couldn't help her.
And the mayor acknowledged that because of this incident, he is asking the deputy mayor, as well as the housing director, to review this situation and then come back with policies to help those who need housing.
If during the day you are in danger of homelessness, you call the hotline. It's spelled in well-publicized 866-313-2520. But if it's after 6 o'clock at night and an incident's happened, you've been pushed out of the house, you're in an emergency situation, go to your police precinct.
Hello? She could have went to the police precinct. I'm sorry. I feel like she's negligent. I feel like she's negligent. I don't know. And I don't mean to sound heartless or whatever. Like, there's so many other options besides your kids freezing in the car. Like, she need to go to jail. Like, and you ain't see signs of your kids suffering. They wasn't turning colors because they was cold. You couldn't pull up to the fucking hospital. Got to do better. Got to do better. If you cannot provide for your kids, there are systems in place. I don't buy that she did everything she could do. I don't buy that. I feel like she was very selfish to make them kids live in the car with her. My opinion, and I don't care who don't like it. It was too many options out there. She could have went into the hospital for the night. Before you allowed your kids to freeze to death. Because you too selfish and your pride won't let you get them in a better place. Like that, she deserved to be in jail. Right along with Annette and Shannon and that whole Harris damn family. Okay? Well, not the ones that was fighting for Nasiah. But she deserved to be in jail. Period. Let me see what y'all saying. Fire department, hospital, right. Police department. It takes time to get to that point of hypothermia. I'm sorry. You watching your kids freeze. That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off. People don't deserve to be parents, y'all. I swear, people don't deserve to be parents. Ain't no way I'm going to sit there and watch my babies freeze in my face. Do-rag. Say it again. She probably was in the casino gambling and left them in the car. Right. Nah. They better lock her up. Yes, James. Be careful who you have your kids with. Period. Be careful who you have your kids with. That shit just pissed me the fuck off. I need a second, y'all. That shit just pissed me off. Yo, my kids ain't never been without no lights. My kids ain't never been without no food. I ain't even had to suck in for it. I always just made sure, like, I just knew when I became a mother, that was my responsibility to make sure they was protected and they was good and stuff like that. Like, I don't got that in me. Yeah, like, and look, I ain't saying I was perfect all the time as a parent, but like, my kids wouldn't never be in no situation where they sleeping in the motherfucking car. Yo, let me tell you, I was a mom at 17. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I had to work to provide. You know what I mean? I ain't have welfare. I didn't qualify for that shit because our household income was too high. I had 2 jobs. Busting my ass, make sure I provide for my kid. At 17, I knew the importance of taking care of my child. And me and my oldest, we used to be on the bus. I remember one day, It was snow, it was winter. I had her in a cute little snowsuit. Make sure she wasn't cold. She had the little pants and the jacket to match. And so we walk into the daycare. My baby sat on somebody's porch, was like, "Mommy, no more, no more bus." And guess what? That next week, because I was in the process of like saving up for a car, that next week I went out and got me a car. So my baby wouldn't be cold no more. What? Durag, you need to call CPS on them parents. Leaving your kids in the fucking car in the middle of winter. Like, that shit don't... I can't even process that shit. I'm sorry. I got too many family members that will take us in before we be out in the cold. Like, and unfortunately, not everybody have that. I get it. Or whatever, but... People need to stop popping their legs up. I wish people start using condoms instead of reproducing kids that they can't afford. That's what birth control is for. Like, they need to start putting sex ed back in the schools and stuff like that. Like, these kids and these adults just be popping them out. Just like Shannon Harris. Like, you popping out 5 kids for a pedo. He ain't even marrying you. You popping out kids for him to abuse. Like, no self-worth, no value, no nothing. Like, that's why I said all these motherfuckers need Jovi Beauty School. Sorry, y'all. I'm on one because this story, this really, like, them poor kids. They didn't deserve that. What is going on in Detroit? They need parenting classes in all them households out there. Protect these kids. Like, that just didn't have to be. That just didn't have to, just like the Naziah Harris case, that did not have to be. If the adults were responsible and there was too many chances, like, CPS need to be charged. Seriously. So many people fell in these kids. Well, we already know the water is bad in Detroit. They won't even fix that problem. All right, y'all. Jagged Edge was up on the Breakfast Club this morning. They told a story. I don't know if y'all knew. But the reason why Destiny Child broke up is because of Jagged Edge, because they was sleeping with Destiny's children, and Matthew Knowles ain't like it, and so they ended up kicking them off the tour bus and canceling their tour. Now, Jagged Edge is one of my favorite groups. Promise is one of my favorite songs. What's this?
I saw in an interview, Beyonce dad like threw y'all off of a tour bus.
What
happened with that?
Man, oh my God. You know what's so amazing? Like, when it happened, somebody said to us, y'all gonna be talking about this for the rest of, and they was damn right. Like, y'all still be talking about it.
I know what happened.
So basically, we was on tour with Destiny Child. And at the time, Matthew was our manager, so we was sharing the tour bus. Us and Desi Child, we all on one tour bus.
How big was that bus?
It was huge. And so, you know, I think it's probably well documented that LaToya has had different issues with, you know, the crew. Mm-hmm. This particular night, LaToya's mom was on the road, Miss Pam. Shout out Miss Pam. Right. And Miss Pam obviously had issues with the crew. So Matthew called, even though he wasn't in the city, he called back to the road manager like, you know, Miss Pam ain't getting on that bus.
Right. I saw in an interview, Beyonce dad like threw y'all off of.
Miss Pam ain't getting on that bus.
Right.
And we was like, well, we not leaving her out in the middle of Louisiana somewhere. Right. So she is going to get on the bus. That dude had the police called on us, had us removed from the bus. Y'all get out the So, yeah, I mean, but, you know, we just felt like whatever the issue is, it can't be that serious that you're going to leave somebody out here.
Right.
You know
And you're not even here.
And you're not even here.
It was somebody's mom, man. Right. If it was your mom, you know what I'm saying? We would do it the same way.
Right.
Come on, man.
Exactly. We did what was right. Miss Pam ain't getting on that bus.
Right.
All right, so that's going to be a story that stuck with them, but it just shows how much of a dickhead Matthew Knowles is, period. Oh, yeah, Gotta Be. I love that song, too. All right, so they also talked about their relationship with the Diddler. Here we go.
Songs that people love that I don't know y'all gonna be able to do on the tour or not. Like the Nasty Girl, the Traded All.
No, see,
I'm and if I come, I just need to know, like, is that a thing? I love all music now.
And I know what you was losing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking the question because I think, you know, people, I know for me, if I come out Intimate Night with you guys, I do want to hear Traded All is my song. Right. Nasty Girl is my song. Like,
let me just say this too, right? Because we just had this conversation last night, right?
With each other?
No, with a radio station. Diddy, that's my brother. That's our brother. Like, we've had a good relationship with. I can't speak on nobody else's. You know, it ain't my business, right? But at the end of the day, I can only deal with my interactions with the man. And I'm talking about plenty of them. After being around him 30, 40 times, I never seen nothing that offended me. He's never offended me. Right. He always made sure if we was in his space, we felt welcome. Right. And like I said, all the other things that other people, they can have that. Right. You know, I had an uncle went to jail for 11 years. Let me shout out my Uncle Larry.
Uncle Larry.
I had an uncle went to jail for 11 years. And he was always still just my Uncle Larry. Then changed to the point where he's some different guy because he did some messed up stuff. Right. He's still my Uncle Larry. And it's the same with Diddy to me. At this point, you know, I don't know if he's innocent or if he's guilty, but that's my brother. And that's all I can say about it.
Pray for him, man.
Pray for
him.
Yeah, damn right.
But I do want to ask, Traded All. Are y'all surprised he called y'all and not home?
Not 112.
Not 112.
Listen, Jazzy.
112, I'm pissed the fuck off.
Because really,
it's Jazzy.
We got more songs with him than they do.
Right.
We got like 3-4 songs with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's why he said the cheerleading in the rah-rah shit.
Mad about that. Get to the bottom of it.
All right, this is what I'm going to say. Diddy had many faces, okay? He's not going to be the same with everybody. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Let me tell you something. His energy is different when it comes to men. It is. And especially if he know he going to get his ass kicked. Even Gene Dill said that, even though, you know, I don't agree with everything Gene Dill say, but he said he know who he could do that with. He know who he could do that around. And let me tell you something. Jagged Edge, they some real gangster ass niggas. They will fuck you up. Wow. So yeah. Glad they coming out in the surface. I know Tasha K had did an interview. I think it was with one of the twins, Brandon, because his baby mother was coming out here saying that he was a deadbeat and stuff like that. And she garnered a situation where he can get back in his child life. So that was dope. And I know one of them was in an accident recently. Sad. But I'm glad they are still together, rocking out together and things like that. So it's cool. It's like you're ready. All right, update on the R. Kelly case. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. R. Kelly loses appeal of NYC ex-trafficking case after claiming prosecutors failed to prove he recruited women and underage girls for sex in a racketeering scheme and violated victims. Period. Okay? You got to do your whole time, Sylvester. You got to do your whole time. Stop it. Go sit down. I mean... All right, and speaking of Diddy, I don't know where he finding all this money from. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Diddy is suing NBC for $100 million. The last one was $50 million, right? Over claims made in their documentary, which he alleged is accused him of red rumming Kim Porter, the mother of his children. Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Y'all tell me where he getting all this money from to fight his case. I just really feel like the lawyers is just filing for him. He not even, like, they just rolling that into his daily whatever. Oh, God. Y'all heard Apollo is getting a divorce. Phaedra's ex-husband, he getting a divorce for knocking his girl between the washer and dryer. Go away from me with this, Apollo. So Shireen Copes files for divorce from Apollo Nida, claims he physically and emotionally abused her while cheating multiple times. If you ask me, he's still in love with Phaedra. I believe Apollo is still in love with Phaedra. Right. Who's going broke, y'all? Be more sure to enjoy Jamaica, girl. Jamaica, Jamaica. I love me some Jamaica. Next week I'm going to NOLA. I'm going to Mardi Gras. I'm going to Mardi Gras. Joe Buttons and Drake going back and forth. Ciao. And last but not least, shout out to Baller Alert. Elon Musk posts memes calling Americans parasites for using federal programs. You know what, Elon? You could go back to South Africa. I'm telling you, that man is a plant. Why is he able to be all up in our White House that we built? Oh, Diddy going broke. All these, I mean, he don't really have no motion. Where is he getting money from? I'll wait. South Africa don't want him there either. South Africa don't want them there either. Why don't you just go to Mars, Elon? Start your own government. How about that? Just go to Mars. Take all your kids and your baby mamas. And, just get out our country. You don't like us? We're parasites. Get out our country. Why do you sell all your Teslas and stuff over here? We don't want it. Every time I see somebody with that truck, I'm like, what the? That shit is ugly. That shit is ugly. Damn They look crazy in person. He's a robot. He not human. Right. Stay woke. Why is he so like, he needs to be fired. Jasmine Crockett gonna get him together though. I believe in my soul they gonna get that together. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you. You know, we got into Wendy getting the wheels turning to get her free of this conservatorship. What else we get into? We got into Marlon dragging Soulja Girl. How you doing? Okay. And Jagged Edge speaking on Matthew Knowles kicking them off the tour bus and also how they feel about Diddy. Yeah, and we also got we went to the Deadbeat Moms Club, the Unfit Club. Yeah. Detroit woman let her kids freeze to death. So I love you all. Let's leave it in the comments. Please make sure you like, comment, share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please support the channel. But yeah, let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I'll be back tomorrow morning, of course. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.